Hi, this is Jessica DaMassa, and welcome to this episode of Health in 2.0. I'm here with the ever-fabulous Matthew Holt, and we're going to answer all of your questions about health and technology in just 2 minutes. All right, Matthew, do you have your timer ready?
Ready to go.
All right, here we go. We have Aetna acquiring Medicity, Qventus raising $30 million. Is this the age of the enterprise technology investment that we've entered here?
In an effort to not unsilence you, Jessica, let me tell you that Aetna sold Medicity, which they acquired about 5 years ago for $500 million to Health Catalyst. I saw for a lot less than $500 million. Qventus, they're slightly different companies. Medicity moves data around inside hospitals. Qventus is using AI to figure out all the data from different sources in hospitals to figure out what people should do to operationally improve. But yes, operational improvement and Health Catalyst, which bought Medicity, is all about improving both the analytics and the improvement of operations, clinical and non-clinical. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more focus on that because life is going to get tougher for hospitals in the future.
We have a very timely viewer question from Chris Hillier of Guidewell, who's wondering, so for us, again, he's our one and only viewer. So from a startup perspective, if you have a choice to go into the employer enterprise market or you want to go direct to consumer, what choice should you make at this point?
Is this about Lyra?
Yeah, it was about Lyra. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is in mental health, the two most successful companies are Calm and Headspace, which are both direct to consumer. So they're doing kind of meditation woo-woo stuff. In general, all the real money is with sick people, and that's all controlled by providers and plans. So it tends to be the place you go. If you need to get consumers on board, you tend to go via employers or plans because they have the most of them. Going to direct to consumer is very expensive. So probably most companies are going to head towards the established incumbent market.
Okay, big news in telehealth. The VA has expanded its rule to allow providers to cross state lines to deliver care through telehealth solutions. How is this going to impact the general market?
About bloody time with the VA, we're still going to work on that interstate compact so that doctors can be licensed in one state and practice in another state. And once we finally get to that, I think we'll crack this ridiculous state regulation in telehealth.
You tweeted out a press release about a trusted exchange accreditation program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and why that we should care?
All right, that's the last question, and thank God for that because this might take a while.
Oh my God.
Okay, so here's
who have hung in there. I'm so sorry.
here's what's going on, and let's try to be simple. There is a thing called TEFCA, which is basically the 21st Century Cures Act. Demanded that ONC created the framework for more interoperability of data. Meanwhile, life has moved on, technology has moved on. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. You may have heard of this blockchain stuff, and there's a bunch of stuff right now, identity by consensus and hashing and all this other stuff to move data around. So a bunch of accreditation agencies, including ENAC, EHI, EP3 Foundation, which somehow I'm a fellow, even though I'm not quite sure what it is.
Take anybody.
Yeah, I'll take it exactly the same. I was figuring out how do you put some standards together for all this different stuff, including genomics, identity management, privacy. Think of the GPDR stuff that's happening in Europe. Think of the blockchain stuff. How does this all work together? Well, they've all agreed they're going to get together and create a framework, which they hope to jam into. They call it TEAP, T-E-A-P, which they're hoping to jam into TEFCA and kind of give the ONC a fait accompli. We'll see how it goes, but their idea is can they produce a framework where all these new technologies can work together in the kind of privacy and identity world and interoperability world that we have. Don't forget, we also had Facebook and all those scandals recently, so there's a lot of need for this stuff. I hope that was simple enough, maybe not.
I think we need subtitles so people can actually understand what it was that you were talking about.
I wish I understood.
For those of you who would like to read the press release instead of listen to Matthew explain it, or need clarification from the press release about what he just said, you can look for this on his Twitter feed, which you can find at BoltyBoy. And you can, as always, tweet clarifying questions to me. You can feel free. I'm at Jess DaMassa. Sometimes there are questions that I'm sorry I asked, and that was one of them. Thank you for joining us at this episode of Health in 2.0. If you're still watching, that's amazing. We'll see you next time.